Hey guys, Steve Welch here at Bim and Toyota in Nashville. So I'm going to help you to identify which headlights you have in your Tundra or Sequoia. So there's two different kinds of headlights that you can have. You have the manual leveling and you have the auto or the self-leveling headlights. And you can tell pretty easily what they are, and I'm going to talk a little bit about what they do as well. So if you take a look here, you'll see that you have one style here with it looks like there's just one bulb in there, right? You come over here and you're going to see it looks like there's four bulbs on the inside here. All right, so this is your auto leveling or self-leveling headlights. This one is your manual leveling headlights. So you can tell by looking at it, but let's talk about what the function is and why it could be important to know. All right, so now the headlights being able to level is very important, because if you were to load the back of this with a full load, put something really heavy on a trailer on the tongue, you could get that truck to squat just a little bit. You know, anybody that's ever drove a heavy load knows usually your suspension will squat some to take up some of that load. Well, when that happens, your headlights will start to aim up. All right, so if your headlights start to aim up, that's one of the worst things that can happen, because you need your headlights on the road to help to make sure that you are safe. Southwest? Nope. American. Okay. So now that interruption's away here, if you look down here on the inside, you're gonna see that you have this little dial here, all right? And what that dial does is, the higher the number, the more the headlight will deflect down. So basically meaning, if you put it to 5, that headlight's gonna be aiming almost straight at the road unless you have a load behind you, right? You bring it up here to 0, and that's gonna be your factory setting for no load at all. Anything in between, obviously you can kind of adjust that. So something that is a benefit on the manual adjusted one is, if you were to say raise the truck, put in a suspension kit, something like that, you wouldn't have to necessarily re-aim the headlights. You could just kind of go, well, you know, a 2 got me to where I wanted to be, or a 2.5 got me to where I wanted to be, and you didn't have to actually go through and re-aim the headlights. Whereas the self-leveling, you're gonna have to re-aim the headlights. So that's one of the benefits of this as opposed to the other one. So what's the benefit of the other one? Well, benefit of the other one, it does it all for you in most cases, right? So realistically speaking, what you'll notice, any of these that you jump in on, once you open them up, you're gonna notice that little dial that's right there normally is gone, right? So that dial is no longer there. There's no way to manually adjust the level of your headlights. What it's going to do is, it's going to see that weight that's back here, and it's going to kind of look where it's at on itself, and then you'll see it'll actually level itself based off of the weight that's behind it. So it's going to try to stay at a level. Now it doesn't bounce around. Some people are, well, if you're on an incline, does it bounce around? No, it doesn't bounce around. What it actually will do is, it just waits until it kind of settles down and sees that you have that load on the back or in the back, and it's going to adjust, and then it's going to kind of hold there until it sees a reason to readjust. So but manual or automatic headlights, you now see the difference. Obviously there's a reason for both of them. Now, is any one brighter than the other? I mean, 4 lenses as opposed to 2, realistically they're not supposed to be any brighter than the other one. It's just a matter of how they work, what they do, and what the driver controls on those. And then obviously you have your automatic high beams are on both of them, so if you wanted to use your automatic high beams, you can. The one that's going to be different is your Pro, because the Pro will give you that light bar in the center there, and that one's something that's completely different as well. But just showing you, in the vast majority of your Tundras and Sequoias, how you're going to notice your headlights, what they do, and how to adjust them. So Steve Welch, Bim and Toyota, you guys have a great day. Hopefully I've helped you, and we'll go from there. Have a good one. Bye.